Well, thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. It is a cold spring day. I am surrounded by clergy, and our governor is on Long Island. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. You know, Governor, I want to thank you for your leadership. I want to look at you. I want to thank you for your resolve to this issue. We need you to continue going with this vaccine.
That's right, that's right.
We need you to keep going with this vaccine. You know, COVID has devastated this state. Long Island continues to be one of the hardest hit regions, especially for our Black and brown New Yorkers. We must take the vaccine. Now, I'm going to tell you a personal story, off script. So today, right after this, I am going to have an infusion. And I'm going to have an infusion because I want to make sure that the cancer that was in my body does not return. I'm not asking what's in the infusion. I'm not looking up all of the ingredients in the infusion. I am sticking out my arm and I am taking the infusion. And that's what we have to do. Our communities take insulin, metformin, all kinds of, we can't line up at the drugstore so quickly because we want to save our lives. And that's what the governor is talking about. We must take the vaccine. The vaccine is a weapon that wins the war on COVID. And we need our clergy because, as Martin Luther King said, religion and science are not competing interests. They are our trusted messengers. And when your pastor says to do something, you trust your pastor, you trust your doctor. That's what we need to do. This shot is the only thing that will get our lives back. Whichever vaccine is offered to you, the governor, our governor, has done an amazing job for Long Island, for New York. It is there for you to take it, and we cannot have any excuses at all. We all need to do our part, not just for ourselves, but for our families, for our friends, for our community. So, Governor, I thank you for being here. You stay continuing to lead us through this crisis because we need you. Thank you.
I just Lil Nas X, and I have good news and bad news.
The good news may be that the Old Town Road performer is getting a lot of attention lately. The bad news could be that some of that attention has been controversial and has even led to a lawsuit. 21-year-old rapper Lil Nas X timed the release of his newest video with the launch of a pair of sneakers, and both have made headlines. The 3-minute, 10-second music video for Montero, Call Me By Your Name, shows the rapper in a fantasy world tempted by a serpent, then banished to hell. Blood Sneakers, Lil Nas X's collaboration with art collective Mischief, were released the same day as the video. The 666 pair of sneakers are black with red trim and feature gold pentagrams, inverted crosses, as well as human blood inside the sole. The shoes, which are modified Nikes, sparked a trademark infringement lawsuit from the sneaker giant. Nike has asked Mischief to permanently stop fulfilling orders of the unauthorized shoe, and a court issued a temporary restraining order barring Mischief from distributing the sneakers that were already sold. Mischief CEO Gabe Wally told Inside Edition Digital in a statement, quote, "We were honestly surprised by the action Nike has taken, and immediately after Nike's counsel sent us notice, we reached out but received no response. Wally also mentions Nike took no legal action against the holy water-filled Jesus shoes Mischief created last year, which used Nike Air Max 97s as a base just like the Satan shoes. Mischief says the shoes are art created for people to observe, speculate on, purchase, and own. Though the Satan shoes were created as a celebrity collaboration, Lil Nas X was not named in the Nike suit.
Giving all praises to the Most High, through Hamashiach, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And today we're going to go ahead and discuss the evils or devils all around us, man. Helping to infect the nation of Yashra'al. The faithful house of Yashra'al they need the protection of the Most High, man. Protection from sin, protection from the judgment of sin. We need the Most High to pass over the righteous as he executes judgment on the wicked. So Israel, you got to stay prayed up. There's wicked spirits being released, namely from the stock of Jacob. Okay. So the first video I showed the coonstress, the wicked coon woman, proclaiming that she's going to go ahead and get the vaccination. That's a plot, man. That's a plot to encourage you Jakes to go out there and get the jab, right? To get those chemicals put into your arm, to get your I gotta be careful with the words I say. They're snatching out videos, but to get your genetics perhaps tailored. I'll leave it like that, right? Get you set up to get things added to your body, right? That you open up a bag and you eat them as a snack, or you usually have this and salsa, right? YouTube is such a joke now, man. You gotta be careful of the words you say, okay? But for those that have ears to hear, right? Let's go to Ephesians. Let's just get into some scriptures right now. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11 through 13. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are manifest by the light, for whatsoever doth make manifest is light. So the secret rituals, the elite, are being manifest by the Almighty for the whole world to see. Little nigga X is doing the will of the Most High, believe it or not, right? Yeah, this is the will of the Most High. This fool right here, crouched over, taking back shots from the devil here. Look at this guy, man. D popping on the handstand, right? Look at this guy. Spread eagle. And you can tell that's a Jake and all that makeup too. That's portraying Satan or portraying the devil, right? Their image of what the devil is. That's a Jake doing that too, man. Unbelievable, man. I'll leave it on this pic, man. It's a little bit more palatable, right? He's on the will of the Most High, believe it or not. Jake is going to be forced to make a choice as to whom he's going to serve. Either the power of heaven, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or you're going to serve the horn god. One of the two. Right? The choice is yours. But it's going to be very clear. The subtleties are going to leave. You're going to be forced to make choices outright. Am I going to go ahead, get the jab, and get my genetics altered and get that thing put into me that's ran by that's connected to a computer, right? Am I going to get all that put into me, or am I going to go ahead and stand strong in His word and trust the Most High and refrain from evil? Let's go to Romans 3, verse 10. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after the Almighty. They are all gone out of the way. They are altogether become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are their ways, and the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of the Almighty in their eyes. Right? So the whole of our people, cloaked in wickedness, set to do evil to their own, through deception and through witchcraft. Okay? The Koon at the beginning of the first video, and then little Nas X right here, little nigga X. Yo, they're doing evil to their own people, deceiving their own people. Right? The saints of the Most High are engaged in spiritual warfare, both externally and internally, right? We have our own battles to fight in this truth, our own demons to fight within ourselves, and we got demons out there that are trying to infiltrate our peace. Okay? And you 2/3, you're already finished, man. You're done. Right? You gotta really pay attention as to what's happening here. This is not just, this is demonic energy being released. Right? Esau has but a short time. The scripture says, Satan came down to the earth mad and angry because he knew that he had but a short time. Let's talk about Esau, Edom, his kingdom. They're just going to go ahead and release everything now. Now they're talking about UFOs. They're just putting that stuff out there now that, hey, the Pentagon just confirmed the UFOs are legit. And they got images of them, just releasing them. It's on Fox News and everything, man. Like, there's no more hiding stuff. It's not underground anymore. Right, they're just letting it out. I mean, because they have but a short time. They got to deceive as many people as they possibly can, and they use, of course, the cool nigga woman, the bed wench, and little nigga exes. These people like that. All right, and I want to rush and get to this lesson talking about Lil Nas X when all this came out. There's a lot of brothers that already touched on it, but I figured now is a good time to go ahead and touch on it. Especially when I came across that last video with the woman, promoting the vaccination over in New York and everything. It all goes together. Let's attack them spiritually and let's attack them genetically as well. Okay, physically and spiritually. There's an attack on Jacob. Let's go to Isaiah 47:12. Isaiah 47:12. They are all gone out of the way. They are together become unprofitable. There is none that doeth good. Oh, Salaki, I'm still in Romans. Pardon. Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Isaiah 47 is, a lot of you brothers already know, this is a prophecy, a judgment on Babylon. But Babylon is not just the U.S., okay, any longer, all right? Babylon is the entire world, okay? Just as the Babylon of antiquity, right? The Babylon of Nimrod, okay? It's a global power. All right. And like the Babylon of antiquity, sorcerers are at play, releasing demonic energy that infects the already profane, the 2/3 of our people, and the weak-willed of you other nations. Okay. It's not just the U.S., right? Democracy and American culture has spread throughout the whole world. Western culture has gone throughout the whole world. All right. It's a global pandemic, right? Spiritually. Okay. Right. And they're using demonic energy and sorcery, like the little nigga X, and having women who look like you, but who are not of you, coming in and professing that you need to go ahead and get the jab. Right, and a lot of you weak-willed jakes are going to line up, roll up your sleeves, and get that jab. There's going to be a bunch of you that buy these little Satan shoes too. Right? Let's go to Wisdom, Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. Okay? Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. Right? The lust of the flesh, the desire for worldly possessions, the envy of the sinner, Esau, right, has caused our people to commit the worst atrocities against the Most High and against their own people. It all comes from within, right? The Koon woman in New York who's advocating for the jab, yo man, she wants prominence. She wants political power. Little nigga X here, yo, he wants the bag, man. He wants that that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He wants preeminence, fame, and fortune. Right? He's willing to take satanic back shots from the devil. He's willing to D-ride and D-pop on a handstand on Satan's lap for all to see in order to get it. That video's got a 157 million views too, last time I checked. I can't even play and watch the video. Yeah, I apologize for the pictures I even put up to even begin with. Sorry about that, brothers, but hey man, it is what it is, man. I had to show that. I know it's repulsive, but you know, we gotta get to the point here and to show how far Jake is willing to go in order to obtain riches of this world, a world that's crumbling before our eyes, right? Let's go to Sirach, the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 19, 22 through 24. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom. He that hath small understanding and feareth the Almighty is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High. All right. So the whole of our people have taken on the ways of Egypt, right? And like Egypt of old, the plague of darkness is on the land, spiritual darkness, right? No wisdom. All right. And the thing is that Israel is no longer in the land of Goshen, metaphorically speaking, but hand in hand with the Egyptians under the plague of darkness. Okay. So what's next? The death plague is next. Right? And Yashra will suffer. Our people are going to suffer. 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death, man. They're out of here. Right? Let's go to Micah 2. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right? So these sons of the devil, Esau, they dream of ways to entice the children of the Most High to sin. And they recruit Jake to help. They recruit the nigga woman to help you get the jab. And they recruit little nigga X. And it's a huge effort, being that the elites, they know that as long as Jacob is transgressing the Most High, they will remain in power, as Jacob is going to be underneath the curses. So they think. They don't fully understand that 2/3 of our people will be done. That dead weight, the Most High is going to cleanse that so we can raise up out of this captivity. Right? I don't want to do anything too long. Let's go to Isaiah. A couple more scriptures. Isaiah 13 and 13. I'll read down to verse 16. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger, And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Right? So those Israelites that are not heeding the word of the Almighty are set to be destroyed, set to be plagued as the Egyptians will be plagued. And may the Most High be with the elect and give the elect peace and protection in that day. Okay. Last scripture, 1 Peter 4:17 through 18. 1 Peter 4:17 through 18. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Almighty. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of power? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Okay, so judgment starts with Jacob. With the judgment of Jacob comes our cleansing as a nation. So what we have to do, us believers in this time, this day and time, guard the commands and stand back and see the salvation of the Almighty. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.